welcome back to my channel, The You in Fashion. My name's Megan. On my channel we discuss fashion, luxury, handbags, and lifestyle. So if you're interested in any of those topics, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell down below so you don't miss any of my content. So in today's video we are going to be talking about making purchases in Paris and then bringing them back here into the United States, the Detaxe process, my experience doing that. One of you guys did ask a question about how much, of course, the handbags that I brought back were once the Detaxe and everything took place. So I figured this would be a perfect time, perfect video to go ahead and let you guys know all of the information that I found out while I was there, and hopefully it can be helpful for you guys on your future travels. So as you guys know, in April we went to Paris and I did make a few purchases. So definitely check out my unboxings, my Hermes unboxing, my Louis Vuitton unboxing. And basically this was my first time making a purchase outside of the country to this amount of money, to where I had to worry about bringing it back in and then claiming it here once I got back into the United States through customs. So let's go ahead and start from the beginning though. So basically you go in, you make your purchase, and they are usually going to ask you, what card do you want your tax refund to go on? So that was really helpful. Pretty much anywhere that we went that offered the Detaxe program, even my husband bought some shoes from Nike and they offered him the same thing. They are going to ask you, what card do you want this Detaxe to go back on? I believe they also ask you if you want it in cash, but we didn't really have that experience, and from what I've heard, what I researched, it is better to go ahead and accept it on your card. So I basically gave them the card that I wanted my tax refund to go back on. It actually didn't have to be the same card you used to make the purchase, so I thought that that was something interesting as well. So basically you make your purchase, you let them know what card you want your Detaxe information to go on, and then they are going to give you a envelope that you have all of your information for that you're going to need to scan into Global Blue. So let's go ahead and start there. So that was something really confusing to me, because when I researched it, they almost made it seem like you have to look for kiosks even before you get to the airport to check in your items, or you can do that. I personally did not see anything like that while I was there, but I feel like I definitely stressed about this for a little bit of no reason, because you are definitely able to just go to the airport. You're going to see, we flew Delta, so as soon as we got in, you saw like the Detaxe had an actual place for it. So they had like a sign for the Detaxe. You go up, you pull out your information from your envelope, and you will actually scan it. You can scan all of your sheets that they've given you from the local store, so it'll have a barcode on it. So after you scan it, basically that checks it in. Now the only one that I had to do separately, and I actually had to go to the person for, was my Birkin 25. So that is something to consider. It looks like if it's over a certain value, you will have to stop at the person and actually show them your item. So that's one thing also to consider. I know we've had this discussion before that we're not putting our handbags in our checked baggage anyway, but definitely something to consider is to go ahead and have it in your carry-on so that you can show them the handbag if you need to, or whatever item you purchased if you need to. So basically you scan it in, and then that's it. We kept asking them over and over, you're sure you don't have to mail it? Because that was another piece that I had research, was that not only did you have to scan it, but you had to put it back in the envelope that they gave you and then mail it off to them. That is something it looks like that they have really honed in on, that you're no longer having to actually mail it. That scan takes care of it. And even when I did the Birkin at the customer service desk, I guess you would call it, he was able to just, whatever he did, also set that into place. I did not have to mail them or do anything like that. So as far as stepwise approach here, pretty easy. I think for me it was just the unknown. You go to the store, you let them know what card you want to put it on. They give you the paper to be scanned at the airport. You scan it, that's it. Okay, so that is the process. And then I would say within about 1 to 2 weeks it was already refunded to me, which is awesome. So now we'll kind of break it down. Now that we've talked about the process, let's go ahead and just look at the individual items I purchased so you guys can get a little bit better idea of the price and the order of purchases. So the first thing that I purchased while I was there was my Hermes sneakers, which I absolutely am loving still. Make sure you check out that video if you haven't already on the unboxing of these beauties. But I originally paid $730 for these, and with I did want to put this in here. I believe that Hermes does 20% is the original taxation on their items. So 730 was with the 20% tax. With the tax refund, I did get back $70.98. So that brought the shoes to $659.02. So one thing, like I said, keep in mind, you do have to get them back into the United States, and there's a federal tax that you have to pay on all of your total items. You get about $800 per person, I believe. So my husband got $800, I got $800 for $1,600 in total, and then they total up all of your other items and do a federal taxation that you do have to pay. So just something to keep in mind for sure, but that is the price from the original and the tax refund that I received back. Let's go ahead and move on to the next item. So the next item I purchased was my pochette Matisse, and I did purchase the scarf while I was there as well. And for both of these items together, I spent $2,100. And then as far as the tax refund we got back was $244.94, which brought the bag and the scarf to $1855.06. So feel like that's a really good deal for the pochette Matisse. Really happy about that. I would definitely say that the handbags are going to be your biggest save. So if you are planning a trip to Paris, I would definitely aim for your handbags as being the go-to purchase, because as we know here in the United States, specifically in Georgia where I live, taxes make a big difference for the cost of an item. So I feel like I'm so happy, so pleased that I made these purchases while I was there. But anyway, really happy. Love this pochette Matisse already, and we'll go ahead and go to the next item. So next one is the Birkin 25 here, and I did purchase the Twilly along with it, so I will go ahead and include that in the price as well. So $75.65 is what I paid for the Birkin 25 and the Twilly, one Twilly here, and then $745.14 is what I got back, which brings it to $6,819.86 for my Birkin 25. And let's just take a minute here, because that is, I just can't even describe how amazing that is, right? Like, I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. Like, and I was looking at the Chanel small while I was in Paris as well. So there's small double flap in like the classic black with gold hardware, lambskin, and I didn't make that purchase because they were actually all sold out. I stopped by one Chanel store while I was there early on, and they had one of them when I went in. I looked at it, I really liked it, but I was saving my money still for the Birkin 25 because I hadn't been offered my appointment yet, so I didn't move on it while I was there. And then I went back later on when I was really like, oh my gosh, tax-free makes a huge difference, I think I'm gonna go for it. And then it was sold out like everywhere. I went to 3 Chanel stores, I want to say, the day before we left, and none of them had the small double flap in black with the gold hardware in the lambskin. I just thought that was crazy. I didn't know they were so hard to find. But my main point in saying that was just the price of what these handbags are costing now. Chanel, for one of those small double flats at this point, is more than a Birkin 25. And I think we all just need to take a step back and be like, what is happening? And I feel like that is a really big thing to consider if you're moving kind of into that bracket of Chanel or Hermes prices, because at this point really is a better price point at this time. Last but not least is my Pegasus here, my bag charm. So that was $4.94 and got back $47.40 for $446.60 for the total price on that. And I feel like, again, accessories, I know when you're talking $40, $70, maybe not as much of a big deal, but for the handbag, yes, 100%. I would definitely go with your handbags as first choices to make purchases going tax-free, because it truly does make a difference. You've heard it here, seen it here. I mean, big difference. If you can afford to go and do that, it is definitely worth it if you're looking for one of these luxury handbags. Anyway, that's going to complete the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that this was helpful. That's always my main goal here on this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.